Hi, we are Noélie and Oliver, the owners of mojoboutique.com. We live here in Bali with our two little ones, and we very often get the same question by our clients. Why should I buy Bali furniture and not any other furniture that I can find anywhere in any furniture store? If you want to know what makes Bali furniture truly special, stay until the end and you will know.
First of all, what is very important in Bali furniture is the craftsmanship. That's what makes it stand out. Bali furniture is always handmade. There's no big machines or industrial production here. It is handmade with drills and hammers and classical tools and saws. And that is made by truly skilled artisans that have a tradition in that. Often they pass it down from generation to generation or learn over long years the skill of crafting furniture by hand.
So handmade furniture here in Bali is embodied in their history. They create furniture by hands since so many generations, and the master artisans often have learned how to craft by hand by their father and even sometimes by their grandfather. So if you once get Bali furniture, you will not only have a unique handmade piece where you can truly see the craftsmanship behind, but you will also help to preserve a certain art. I think the very first point that makes Bali furniture so special, you will not have to assemble your furniture together because you will receive it already assembled in one piece. The idea is behind Bali furniture is to have your handcrafted piece.
What is also handmade makes it unique. You can buy the same type of chair or coffee table twice or nightstand. It will look the same apparently, but it is not the same. Every handmade piece from solid natural materials is unique in its own and has its little intricacies that differentiate it from something else, and that gives it a soul as opposed to industrial furniture that is every piece exactly the same.
And I think it's what makes it truly beautiful. If you buy twice the same chair, as Oliver said, you will see these little differences. Like for instance, the woven cane will be a bit different. You see that it's handcrafted. That's what makes it unique. But also the general aspect of your furniture is so different than any other furniture. The other point that makes Bali furniture so special is the material they use. So they often use bamboo, rattan, coconut shelf, banana leaf, stick wood. All this material, you can find it here in Indonesia. And it is special materials in the sense that it's natural material, but it's also material that you have to know how to work with them. For example, with rattan, you don't make rattan furniture like any wooden furniture. The way it is cut, the way it is dried, the way it is selected at the very beginning, etc., the way it is polished, the finishing process. Hence, that's what makes it also so special.
Yeah, and think of it, these artisans, they grow up here surrounded by these materials, and they learn them from kids often, as we said, through generations. They see their fathers and grandfathers work with it. They're exposed and they get those techniques passed down because they're surrounded of those materials that are abundant, and there is a tradition to use.
If you want to have a nice piece of Bali furniture, you cannot just use any material. So these artisans, they have to select each material carefully. For example, rattan, because it's natural, obviously there are some rattan that are a bit darker and some a bit lighter. They are different diameter, etc.
The skin or not?
Exactly. So to create your piece, you have to select it at the very beginning, so that it is very well thought since the beginning with this natural material that you get here in Indonesia.
Another important point that distinguishes Balinese furniture is the nature and harmony as a topic. It is important to know that these goods, they grow here in Indonesia, they grow abundantly. As a tropical country, it grows all year round. It can be harvested sometimes several times a year for certain plants like bamboo. And the materials here, they're all natural. There's hardly any involvement of plastics or iron or other structures that are not natural, and that distinguishes it. It's furniture that is almost entirely from natural material, and that brings a harmony, a vibe with the furniture.
Actually, even metal they don't really use in Bali furniture. It's truly 100% most of the time natural. And it's also because this island is like surrounded by all this nature, all these different fruits, and it's actually super uplifting. And that's also what makes it special. It's this nature, this harmony is very uplifting for when you design furniture, when you create them. And nature harmony is also in the sense that there is no border between inside and outside. So most of the time, the houses here in Bali, the living room most of the time don't have any walls, only the ceiling. Like here, we are in our living room, so there is no wall, so there is no border or hardly ever differentiation between inside and outside. So the idea to bring the nature inside your home and to have this harmony, continuity, very much helped by Bali furniture that are linked to the nature and that create this rural harmony.
And that's an element that the Bali furniture brings also to your home, even though you might live in a different climate, but it brings that nature in and it starts to blur the border between outside and inside. It brings you a little bit of tropical forest to your living room, and it opens up your living room to the outside, to the fresh air. And that's also very particular about Bali furniture. Also, the cultural aspect of the nature and the harmony in Bali that goes into the furniture. Balinese beliefs are very strongly linked to nature. They're Hindu, but a Hindu that incorporates the mother nature a lot. They go with the moon, they pay tribute to big trees, they pay tribute to the rivers. And this is a way of living that incorporates nature in their daily lives. So it flows also into the furniture that is produced here, other than just any soulless industrial furniture. Yeah, Balinese make offerings to the nature every day or every week at least, in every house, on street corners. It's omnipresent, those offerings, and those are usually little baskets made from pandan leaves, infused in their lives and their work they do.
So if you get Bali furniture, it's also a way to recognize and to say thank you to the nature and true beauty. The design is another differentiate Bali furniture than any other furniture. So when you are in Bali, you can see that everything is decorated. The offerings that we spoke about, that are super well decorated, made by hand, made every single day. And also if you look at the doors in Bali, they are very well crafted by hand. And there is this strong sense of design everywhere. And this environment helped to create furniture. We cannot see Bali furniture is in a certain specific style, like Boho style or Japanese style, etc. But they are extremely eye-catching. And this mix with the natural material that we spoke about create at the end very eye-catching pieces.
And because there are so many temples that enable them to have a lot of crafters around and to build that tradition, because there was always the temples and the houses, there was always a demand for design here, and that makes that they have such a long tradition of furniture and decoration craftsmanship in Bali. Simplicity is another distinguishing aspect of simplicity, meant in a way that it is long-lasting, sturdy furniture, and thus it is sustainable. It can be passed down generations, and it might lead to a way that we consume less but better.
It's also this idea that simple is beautiful. Like Coco Chanel said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, and in Bali furniture, they are simple in the way that they use natural material, and it's not a super duper complicated embodied furniture. And at the end, they are very eye-catching, and they are like ready to be the centerpiece of any place. I remember when at the beginning where we came here and when we bought furniture for our house and we had family and friends coming, and they all say, wow, but this furniture, oh my God, they're so beautiful. Where did you find them? Or you found them here? That's incredible. And actually, when you see the furniture, it's not extremely complicated, but they are beautifully simple. So we have seen that Bali craftsmanship is the material use, that's the nature and the harmony behind, the design and the simplicity, and all in that. This is like a magic potion that make Bali furniture truly authentic and so very special. But you will also feel in harmony with your interior, and it will help you to remember also to slow down a bit, to enjoy your time. You know, a bit like in Bali, when we have family and friends coming and they always say, oh, I really want to come back. That was so great. At the end, we didn't make something very extraordinary. We just sit down in our living room talking or going on the beach. And it's all this magical, simple moment of life that's in Bali furniture.
I would also say Bali furniture has an authenticity that is real, that can be seen, and not only seen, but can be felt. It's an authentic piece of furniture that definitely changes your living room, your bedroom, your children's room, wherever you place it. It's about authenticity.
So I hope you liked the video. If you did, put a thumb up, and see you next time.
See you soon for more about Bali furniture.